You know what ruffles my feathers? A messy camera bag. And look, I know you. You're a hard-working photographer or videographer, and when you start your shoot, your bag's all nice and neat. But by the end of it, you've been throwing things in left and right, and at the end of the shoot, it's just a mess. Luckily, Nomatic and Peter McKinnon are on hand, and they've made some truly amazing products to store your camera gear in, so that you will never lose anything again and everything is in its place. And you'll go from having all of this gear to looking like this. So to start off in organizing your camera bag, you're going to need a camera bag, and this is the Nomatic and Peter McKinnon 35-litre camera backpack. This is my personal backpack, and as you can see, it has been through the ringer. I've taken this all around the world and it has never let me down. It's weather resistant, it can hold so much stuff, as you'll see, and it's just a fantastic backpack. I absolutely love it. So let's get organizing. And to start off with, there is so many ways that you can configure your camera bag, and there is no right or wrong answer. It's however you like it, that's the right answer for you. And the first debate that often people have is to cube or not to cube. Now, right now I've got this set up without a cube, but a main advantage of having a large cube in your bag is you've got that extra added layer of protection, and if you're on a shoot and you need quick access, you can take all your gear out and just put it on the side and it's out for the day. But considering I've got so much stuff, having no cube gives me that little bit of extra room in the bag. So I like to have 3 rows here, one for my prime lenses, one for my zoom lenses, and then the middle one I keep for my camera bodies and everything that I need to power it and make it useful, memory cards, batteries, etc. And then we're going to separate these up using these little dividers here. It's really important that you get the dividers as snug as possible to your gear, because you don't want it rattling around in transport, and then when you get to the shoot, something's broken, your client's going to be mad at you. It's going to be a horrible experience. So the tighter you can pack it, the better. We're going to start with our prime lenses here on the right side. We have the 24, the 35, and the 50. And as you can see, these are all pretty much the same size. So what I like to do is put a little label on the bottom here on the lens cap. So 24mm, 50mm, 35mm, you get the idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our 24mm as close to the vertical barrier as possible. We're going to grab a divider. I'm going to throw that down here. And that is now nice and snug. And it's so easy with these Velcro dividers. You literally just pinch on either side, place it on the bottom. This Velcro is super strong, it's going nowhere. So the next 35, throw that in there. That is nice and snug. And then the 50mm in there as well. And look at that. Now we have our 3 primes that we can see exactly where they are. And we still got a little space for something later. Next, we're going to move on to zoom lenses. Now, zoom lenses are fantastic. They're versatile, but they're pretty big. So we've got the 7200 here, obviously, can't throw this in that way. So I'm gonna put that in as close as possible to the side, and then throw another divider in there. 24 to 70 goes in there, and there we go. So now we've got the middle row is where we're gonna put all of our cameras. So again, I like to shoot with 2 bodies just in case one goes wrong. You can never be too careful. So first one goes in, nice big divider inside. Again, getting it as close as possible to the camera. There we go, that's nice and snug. Same thing with the second one. Get that very snug in there. Perfect. So they are going nowhere. So your cameras are secure and your lenses are secure and they're very well organized. But now you've got sort of like little things that you need, memory cards, batteries, things like that. And luckily, Peter McKinnon, Nomatic, they thought of everything. So first off, we have the battery organizer, and this will fit up to 3 spare batteries, and it looks really smart and goes along with the design. So just slotting that in there. But my personal favorite here is the memory card holder. Again, held together by magnets, but this is just so clever. We've got a bunch of things. So spaces for your SD cards, CF Express type A and B, so bigger slot there for the type B. And then we've got a zip pocket here for your micro SD cards, and I can't tell you how many times in the past a micro SD card has just gone walkabout and I've lost it forever. Vital drone or GoPro footage, just lost. But now They're never gonna go missing. SSD drives, card reader. I like to put them in this little slot down here. I usually have more than one, but throw them in that little pocket, you know exactly where they are. So the bottom half is completely full. We've got our lenses, cameras, accessories, batteries, memory cards, you name it, all down here ready to go. In here, the top space, I personally like to use the Nomatic McKinnon cube pack. And I say cube pack because yes, we've got a little cube down here, we can organize things, but also on the day of a shoot, if you need a little backpack, this turns into a backpack. I can't tell you how many times this has come in clutch. This is a perfect little day pack, or just a little accessory to have in your bag just to organize those smaller things. So if we open up the cube pack, you can see that I've configured it like this, just so I know I can maximize the space. We've got so much stuff here, but starting off, the Mini 3 Pro, throw that in there with the extra battery. So not only do I have all my stuff in there, now in this little bag, I have my drone and extra batteries. I can fit my laptop brick, a little GoPro in there, my camera charger, throw that in, laptop cord, little cord in there, and then my little camera strap, throw that in. So all of this stuff that might have just been rattling around the top, it's so good to have it organized, so we can just throw this, zip this up, bring the big guy back in, and look, it fits perfectly in here. Nomatic really have thought of everything. So everything in here is organized, it looks fantastic, but we're not finished because we've got the backside as well. So here we have all the mesh pockets in top, just a couple of USB-C cables and my camera tool. So I've got a flathead on there and a few other screwdriver bits. I also have an air tag in here, so this never leaves my camera bag. I know exactly where my camera bag is at all times. But in this big mesh pocket, I have, again, one of my favorite things, the Nomatic McKinnon filter case. This is fantastic and such a space saver because we know when you buy a filter, it comes in either a square or circular metal tin. They take up a lot of space if you have a bunch of filters. So this is a protective little case. You can fit up to 6 filters in here. And then I have them nice and labeled. Again, Matt Zeffi, I have to shout him out for this because he taught me this and it saved me so much time when I'm trying to find my filter. Just a fantastic and very form-fitting for this little zip pocket here. So I throw that in, and that is nice and snug. And when we travel, we're more than likely bringing a laptop with us. So we have, thankfully, a laptop sleeve on the back. And this can fit up to a 16-inch laptop, and it is a fantastic little thing. Nice and smooth on the inside, so it's not getting scratched. In there, really important to have your laptop safe and secure. Always best to have it close to your back. But my favorite pocket on any bag, and especially this one, has to be one where there's a secret compartment, and this one is fantastic. So I usually put my keys, my wallet, or my passport if I'm traveling. And the reason is, it's nice and secure, we've got a zip, it's pretty deep. But what we don't know is there's a little magnetic flap where you've got a second secret pocket. And this is so secure that even, I think like the first or second time I used this bag, I was traveling and I put my passport in the secret compartment, thought I'd lost it. Nightmare, calling home crying, remembered, magnet, secrets, all safe, got my passport, was able to get home, no more tears. And then we have just on the front, if you're going on a day or two trip, it's important to have a compartment for clothes or even your drone controller. Completely forgot I had that in there. Drone controller, spare dividers. I also have pockets here so you can get your socks and your shirts, don't have them mixed up. We have 1, 2, 3 mesh pockets here so you can organize to your heart's content. And I know I've said this about pretty much everything on this bag, but my favorite thing about this, we unzip this, a little bit of expansion there so you can fit even more stuff. They truly have thought of everything. Nomatic and McKinnon have made a fantastic range of camera bags, from this big 35 litre all the way down to a 5 litre sling. So no matter how big or small your setup is, your gear is well protected and, more importantly, well organized. But this is how I would set up this bag. How would you set it up? Would you configure this any differently, or do you go a completely different route? Are you a cube person? You like to put a cube in your bag? Let me know in those comments down below. I'm always interested to see how people configure their bag. But in the meantime, this is one very organized but very heavy bag, but I'm as prepared as I can be for my next shoot. But I've been Matt, thanks for watching.